Good afternoon, everyone. Steve Georgie here from Allendale's trading floor. It's July 5th. Well, we saw fireworks for a second day, and we've got corn up 34, beans 53 higher with wheat up 32. So still a very strong, emotional day, pushing December corn back above $5, getting that the beans, November beans, deep into that $15 area. And then wheat following that corn, almost step for step. So wheat up 32 cents. It's probably going to continue to be a follower at this point, but it is still very strong nonetheless. So with everything that was out today, all the economic data that came out that we talked about this morning, and the news from South America, CONAB raising their estimates there by 2.5% due to a good summer crop. Once we hit that $7 area, we started seeing some different chatter start to surface. There's talks now, and there's rumors yet that we're going to see a potential 20% decline in ethanol, or as far as the ethanol mandate, that could put some more corn on the market. That's just talk right now. That's rumor, but it's something that can make a pretty big effect on the corn market if this inflation, or if we see this continue at this clip. The EIA also came out with their ethanol production numbers this morning. Their numbers were much lower this week over last week. This week coming out at 857, last week at 883. So we know that the production has been down. I mean, we've been talking about it. With ethanol plants shutting down, slowing down, it's not a big surprise there, I suppose. That does move ethanol stocks down to 20.3. That's from 20.8, so a minor reduction on that. The big thing, though, that we're seeing as we're talking right now, everything that I just mentioned here, that's more the demand side of things. We know the demand is horrible. Export sales have been pretty bad, and now we're talking potential demand issues here as far as ethanol, and maybe even as far as the feed side of things as well. But that's not going to matter, because right now a lot of guys focusing on the supply side of things. We need to get a hold and get a better idea of what kind of yield we're looking at out there. We need to get rain. We need to get some, get these temperatures to cool off. Here in Chicagoland, 105 yesterday, 104 today, potentially 103 tomorrow. It's hot. So right now the biggest concern is trying to get a grasp of where do we stand. Because anybody is throwing a number out there on where the yield is, where our national average is at, and anybody's guess right now. But until we get a better feel of where that number is, these markets right now are concerned about it being hot and dry, and it's going higher. We did, as I mentioned, break through $7 in corn. We're up above 15 here in the beans. And, the weather as it sits right now, the 1 to 5 day forecast does have some rain in it for the northern areas once again. And that really hasn't changed too much, but looks to cool off as we get into the weekend. So tomorrow's supposed to be warm. Saturday, Sunday maybe cooling off as we get into next week. Your next major rain event we're looking at for Wednesday of next week into Saturday, and that is a storm that, with the temperatures backing off, this dome that we've got sitting over the Midwest may lessen a little bit and allow some rain to come through and try to get some rains down through the south and in the central areas of the Corn Belt that really need it right now as we get further into this pollination. Some of the outside markets not really mattering too much today. The dollar up, as we mentioned before with the economic data coming out of Europe, the dollar's up $1.08, but crude oil setting back about 80 cents. So the energy markets working a little lower today, and corn working higher. That's just another thing that's not, that's not good for ethanol yet, as far as profitability. As far as livestock, fat cattle down 32 cents for August, 93.20. Box beef coming in mixed, choice up 55 cents, select dropping back $1.21 here at midday prices. No cash trade yet as far as cattle. So the expectations are steady at best right now, but right now we're still waiting to see what kind of cash or where cash trades here this week. As far as hogs, down $1.40. August, that was for August, 93.47. July slipping back a little bit as well, down about 40 cents. The big thing is that cash hogs might have, I mean, we saw a $3 break as far as cash hogs. So we may be putting in a little bit of a top here. Futures, we've been trading below that cash with hogs breaking back or cash hogs breaking $3. And wholesale pork down $10 over the last while as well. We're finding some pressure and not surprised to see these futures drop back probably a little bit more yet from these areas. So keep that in mind. We'll see where we end up going there, but right now the picture doesn't look so good yet. A lot of information at you guys today. Call us with any questions at 800-262-7538. Check us out on the web at allendale-inc.com. I hope you guys had a great day today. We'll talk to you tomorrow morning.